Hello, welcome back to Mr. Weeder Maths. I know it's been a while. I've been away sorting things out, been very busy, but now back with some videos to help you with your exam prep for GCSE run-in. Right, product of primes. We're on the early stuff in either paper, foundation or higher. Here are my primes, okay, up to 19. You need to know these as best you can, numbers that can't be divided other than 1 and itself. What we want to do, we want to write any number as a multiplication of primes. This can be broken down in any way you want, okay? So if I take 20, for example, I want to write this as a multiplication of prime numbers. So the way we do it, we're going to break the number down into any multiplication you want to begin with. I'm going to start with 2 and 10, okay? Once I've got this multiplication, I then want to circle any prime numbers because that's what I want in my answer. So this 2 is sorted, okay? Done. What we don't want is to think, oh, uncircled 2, so I'm going to try and break that down again. And what you'll get is this infinite pattern. You would have 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2, and so on and so on and so on. You don't want that. You know if you get this sort of pattern happening, you are finished if you're not confident with your prime numbers. Okay, onto the 10, because that can be broken down into a 2 and a 5. I look at my list of prime numbers. 2 is a prime, 5 is a prime. Now I'm going to write this as a multiplication of prime numbers. So I have 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5, and you can do a check. This should multiply to make the 20. So I've got 2 times 2 is 4, times 4 by 5, you get a lovely 20, okay? Now, this is one form. You could make it into this form, which is called index form. And sometimes the GCSE will ask you to put it into this form here. So just be confident with your indices and write that up. Right, we're going to do another one. So we've done 20. What we're going to do now is we are going to do, let's do 35. So how can I break apart 35? Think of your times tables. We could have 5 and 7. Now, 5 can't be broken down anymore. 7 can't be broken down anymore. So those are prime numbers. And so we would write this as 5 multiplied by 7. That's it. Okay, on to the next one. We've got, let's do a bigger number now, 240. Okay, now what I want to do is break this apart into multiplication. So let's do the classic. Let's break it into 2 and 120. The 2 is now locked out. Now I've got to break the 120 down. I'm going to break that into a 2 and a 60. I'm getting somewhere now. Break the 60 down into 2 and 30. And then break the 30 down into 3 and 10. And then finally, break the 10 down into 2 and 5. Oof. Right, a lot of numbers there, a lot of prime numbers there. So for this one in particular, you probably want to write the indice form. That way you're not writing a massive long sentence, okay, or a mathematical sentence. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. So that is 2 to the power of 4, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5. Right, as a bit of practice, write down a number, try and break it down because we're going to use this skill in the next video. See you in a sec. Bye.